Oh, I didn't see you there. Enjoying a nice cup of coffee while we play some Road to Regionals today. Now, this is going to be episode 13, and we're going to be switching over to a new team, as you see on the screen right here. This is a rain team, so we're going straight from sun to rain, and next I'd like to go to sand. And there are a few changes that you may notice right here. We have a new background. I have shaved. So you now have the privilege of seeing my double chin. There you go. Also, sweet new background. We're going to be featuring Mega Swampert on this rain team. So I feel like if I have the time, I may switch up the background just to make it a little aesthetically pleasing to my viewers. And I really like this background. I think the blue meshes well together. And next week, we're probably, well, next week, or maybe after like Memphis Regionals, we'll probably be switching up to a sand team. So there's a couple of things I want to say before this. So look at the timestamp in the comment section to skip ahead to the first battle. So Memphis Regionals is coming up in 10 days, so a week and a half. We're going to be using this team probably up until after that. I'm going to be re-recording episodes just so I can have daily content for all of you viewers. So I really do appreciate you stopping by, giving me some views. It's really the reason why I make this content. I see all the comments, you know, they're positive. I see that I've been getting a lot more views. I am collaborating with now other content creators, so it's really exciting. And it's not even 2018 yet. We haven't even gotten to the new format, and we're creating 2018 content and collaborating with all these other content creators. It's going to be a really fun year. I can already tell you that. There's so many more possibilities with so many more Pokemon. Really excited. And as you see right here, I'm just going to give you a little overview of the team and what you're going to be using. It is a rain team, so this Pelipper and the Pelipers that you probably have seen in 2017 were Focus Sash. This is not a Focus Sash Pelipper. This is also a team that probably will look familiar to you. This is a team that Hibiki VGC, in which I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below, was using. He was using basically the same exact team. I just changed up the EVs, using my own EVs to survive, you know, certain attacks from certain Pokemon. Each one of these, barring, you know, like the Pelipper and the Salamence, have really unique EVs to survive certain attacks and then dish out the damage after we receive those attacks. So we have a, and I apologize in advance. I had a minor procedure today, so I was given anesthesia, so I didn't think I was going to be able to speak as well as I am right now. But I am still a little bit loopy, so I might be giggling here and there and then stuttering here and there, but there's really nothing I can do about that. We need to get some content out, and I really want to play some VGC right now. So we have the Damp Rock on the Pelipper, just to basically keep up the rain as long as possible so that Mega Swampert can take advantage of that as long as it's on the field. And the other Pokemon on my team can really take advantage of it as well, barring maybe like the Salamence. The Aegislash definitely takes advantage of it. I could take, like, you know, heat waves and flamethrowers from the Heat Trans. The Vikavolt definitely takes advantage of that, considering the fact that it has Thunder and then also takes super effective damage from the heat waves and flamethrowers, and Serena as well. We have the Aegislash, which is definitely going to be Ghost DMZ, just to basically nuke those Trick Roomers, because my team is really weak to Trick Room, so it's going to be important to either roar them out with Salamence or just nuke them straight away. Majority of your popular Trick Roomers, like Gothitelle, Cresselia, and Aromatisse, I think I was the only one using Aromatisse. Anyway, you get my point. They can be nuked by Aegislash, and a combination between Aegislash and another attack from another Pokemon. We have Salamence, which is actually going to be running the Focus Sash over that of the Pelipper. It has Roar on it, Protect. It has Draco Meteor for the Mega Salamence and other dragons. Survive an attack from like a fairy, you know. I can't do anything against the Feenies, and this team's going to be struggling against Feeny and Ferrothorn, so we're going to have to deal with that, and those two are pretty popular Pokemon in this format. Next one is Mega Swampert. It's really typical. We're going to have Ice Punch, the Waterfall, and Earthquake. Vikavolt is an Assault Vest variant. If I wasn't running the Focus Sash on the Salamence, I'd definitely be running the Assault Vest on the Salamence, because I could take advantage of that. But I feel like the Assault Vest and the Focus Sash really achieve the same goal, survivability. So we have the Assault Vest on the Vikavolt. This thing is really strong. It could take four Mega Salamence 252 benefiting special attack hyper voices. It can dish out a lot of damage, especially in the rain, with the thunder. It has Bug Buzz, Hidden Power Ice for the Landorus's. Landorus, Rock Slide, I can survive 2 of them. I think it's a 3-hit KO on this Vikavolt, and do a lot of damage to Pokemon. Probably, I think it does like 70% to the Feeny with Thunder. And it's a 2-hit KO with Bug Buzz on the Cresselia. And the good thing about that is that majority of the Cresselias run Super Citruses or Pinch Berries, in which you have to be at least to 25% of your health left in order to proc them. Whereas the old Citrus Berries, you have to be 50% of your health. So if they're carrying the citruses, it's a bit of a problem, but if they're carrying the super citruses or the pinch berries, it's no big deal because we could just go for the 2-hit KO on that, and we're actually underspeeding it under the Trick Room, which is pretty nice. So Aegislash and Vikavolt really do benefit from the Trick Room, but I'd rather not have the Trick Room go up, and Serena is probably the star of this team, something that I'm really looking forward to using. It has Gracium Z, it can nuke, absolutely nukes the Feeny, even with an Intimidate. With the Gracium Z. It's Power Whip over Trop Kick. I might regret using it because Power Whip is very, very inaccurate, 85% accurate, whereas Trop Kick is 100% accurate, but you're missing out on all that damage that you can dish out with that of the Power Whip. And it's going to be running faint, so we can, you know, probably catch people off guard while they're protecting, or maybe go through a wide guard so that we can use Earthquake. And also, it has High Jump Kick that do a lot of damage to the Kangaskhan's, as well as the Ferrothorns. Anyway, that's a summary of the team. Let's see how well we can do with this. I don't expect much because I haven't played any practice matches. It's a complete theory team. You know, with the calculations, how well the team meshes together. Don't know. We'll definitely be able to tell in just a moment now, won't we? I think if we're going to be playing Feenies, in which we're probably going to be playing a lot of Feenies, definitely got to bring like the Serena or the Vikavolt, depending on the other Pokemon that the team has. I just noticed that I had nicknamed this team also not good. I'm probably just going to keep that trend as well, because I feel like all the teams that I make really aren't that good, even though they're probably pretty good, because I do mediocre with them, and other VGC players who are really, really good could probably do really good with these teams. I was watching Hibiki play with this team, and he was doing pretty well with this team. Interested to see how well I do with the team. Now, the funny thing is, when I was building a Mega Swampert team, it was taking me a little while. I was asking for help on the Discord, and I was like, okay, I have Mega Swampert, I have Pelipper, I want to be able to Earthquake and not worry about Earthquaking or protecting with the Politoed. I have the Vikavolt, and I have the Serena. The theory behind the Vikavolt was to be able to hit, you know, the Feenies, to resist the Power Whips from the Ferrothorns and stuff like that, and also to have Levitate so I can Earthquake next to it. And the theory with the Serena was to basically dish out a lot of damage against the Feenies, to nuke it with Gracium Z, and to prevent fake outs so I can basically, you know, switch to Serena and go for a super powerful Waterfall into a Pokemon on the field if, like, say, like, Kangaskhan led. People were like, oh, Hibiki used this team, and I was like, oh, I might as well just use the Aegislash and the Salamence. Anyway, we're going to be facing Boldo. Didn't see where he was from, but pretty cool team. Looks like it's going to be a Mega Venusaur team. Don't anticipate this to be Mega Garchomp, as well as the Zapdos, Volcarona, Persian, and the Melodic. The only Intimidator I have on this team is the Salamence, but he may anticipate me to have a Mega Salamence. And he may anticipate me to bring it because he has the Volcarona and he also has the Venusaur. So he probably feels pretty comfortable leading that, and hell, do I want to counter that? He does have the availability to go for a Fake Out, but it's not really that big of a deal because I do have the Serena. So I'm actually going to do I lead Serena? I feel Serena's a pretty good lead right here, because go for a Gracium Z into the Melodic, in which I feel like it's going to lead. Serena really doesn't do much against the Volcarona and the Zapdos. The Vikavolt's really good here too, especially for the Garchomp. I'm not going to bring the Aegislash right here because I'm going to be bringing the Serena. And I want to be able to use the Serena's Grassy MZ because I feel like the Melodic's definitely going to be coming right here. Not going to bring the Salamence because it really doesn't do too much to his team considering the only attacking moves that I have on it is the Draco Meteor and the Flamethrower. Turn my music down a little bit. I want to bring the Vigavolt also for the Garchomp because if it's not Assault Vest Garchomp, we should be OHKOing it with the Hidden Power Ice. Okadoke. So Venusaur leads and Zapdos leads. Two leads that I did not anticipate at all. Which could have been pretty obvious because the Venusaur does a lot of work to the Swampert. This is going to be pretty annoying. I could also switch in the Vikavolt onto that slot. Venusaur is going to be a huge problem, actually. I forgot about how huge of a problem Venusaur is. So I think I was just anticipating a Melodic delete. So I think bringing the Aegislash here is probably the better call. And Serena does nothing against the Zapdos. Oh man, this is going to be tough. This is going to be really tough. I'm going to bring the Pelipper right here. And then I'm going to bring in the Vikavolt right here. Because I feel like he's going to go for like a Giga Drain into the Swampert, and I don't anticipate him to go for like a Thunderbolt into the Serena, maybe like a Tailwind or something like that. This is, just like based off of the lead right here, this is probably worst case scenario, and I think I just put myself in a horrible position. This is a tough matchup to begin with. I'm just surprised he led with the, extremely surprised he led with the Venusaur. And not the Melodic. I mean, a Venusaur and Melodic lead would have probably been good because you could punish my Salamence lead, but if I led with the Salamence, you're not punishing me, and I can go for a Hyper Voice or a thing into the Venusaur. And he's going to Leech Seed the Pelipper, okay. Guess anticipating a Protect, I could have just went for an Ice Punch. So, not anticipating these plays. The Tailwind was a really good play for my opponent, just completely safe. So I could go for a Hurricane, but I feel like the Tailwind's the safer play. Unfortunately, I am not Focus Sash, and even if I was Focus Sash, it wasn't really doing too much. Zapdos isn't doing anything to the Vikavolt. Vikavolt actually has a pretty promising matchup in here. Who does he have in the back? Not much wants to switch into a Bug Buzz, maybe other than like the Volcarona. I'm going to Bug Buzz the Venusaur. It's probably like a 3-hit KO. Probably going to go for... Wow, wait, is that Thunderbolt? Okay, I thought it was Thunder. I was like, what? Giga Drain into who? Pelipper shouldn't be able to knock me out, and I'm going to be able to get a Tailwind. So I'm going to have at least one more turn of Tailwind after his Tailwind, and Pelipper should be outspeeding the Venusaur. Yeah, it's a 3-hit KO. Okay. We do get the special defense drop, which is really, really crucial, because I could just go for a Hurricane to that slot. He may want to go for a Protect right here. So one thing in which I can do is actually switch into Serena right here. I don't want my Pelipper to go down. And then I'm going to go for a Thunder into the Zapdos. I feel like the Venusaur goes for a Protect right here, because the Pelipper can outspeed the Venusaur. If he doesn't go for that, he's probably just going to attack because the Zapdos will be able to outspeed the Pelipper, yeah. I couldn't go for a Protect with the Pelipper right there because I would have just died to Leech Seed anyway. Sludge Bomb into the Vikavolt. Please don't get a Poison. You do. Alright. Okay. Alright. So, let's see how much the Thunder does to the Zapdos. This is more, this is like gaining information more than anything. That's a 2-hit KO. And it looks like he's Super Citrus. The Venusaur is going to be a huge problem, and it's got thick fat, so an Ice Punch isn't going to be able to take it out. Question is, does the Zapdos switch into the... I'm going to go for the double up into the Venusaur right here. I don't think it protects, it's just that I can't really do too much damage with the... Zapdos protects, okay. Can't really do too much damage with the Grassy MZ, and I don't want to miss the high jump kick, and it's not going to be doing too much to it either. It does more damage than I actually anticipated. Yeah, Sludge Bomb into that. So, again, not reading into that, which I should have. So, okay, so Mega Venusaur is absolutely It's a huge problem for this team. Like, incredibly huge problem for this team. Now I should be outspeeding the Zap... Well, I don't think I outspeed the Zapdos now. Now I could bring in my Swampert, though. Let me see. I can go for an Earthquake, because that should be able to hit everything that he can switch in pretty hard. But the thing is, he can get up another... Yeah, that play doesn't make any sense, because... Let me see, Ice Punch onto that slot. What can potentially take that? Probably everything. I'm going to go for a Waterfall into that slot. And then I'm going to go for another Bug Buzz into the Venusaur. He's not going to be switching out, so he's going to be losing both of his Pokemon, and I should have Rain up for the next 4 or 3 turns after this. So Waterfall should be able to take out the Zapdos easily. And he didn't have any Intimidators on his team. The critical hit didn't matter right there. And the Bug Buzz will be able to take out the Venusaur, but I'm probably going to go down to a Poison right here. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to bring in the... I don't think I go down to a Poison. Yeah, because I'm not badly poisoned, I'm just poisoned. Probably just going to sacrifice the Vikavolt right here. The Vikavolt was looking really, really good if I didn't get the poison down on me. I probably would have at least like 30 to 40% health left. Ooh, the Garchomp. Well, you just go for a poison, Ice Punch into that. But is that readable, the Ice Punch? I don't think I need to go for an Ice Punch into that. I could probably just go for an Earthquake, get some damage down onto Melodic, and then a Thunder if he wants to go for like a Scald into the Swampert and protect with the Garchomp. Garchomp could be Scarfed, but again, he's not outspeeding my Swampert in the rain. Or at least I don't think it. I don't think it does. I literally made up like a speed tier sheet on my own just so that I can know the speed tiers for all the Pokemon that I need to outspeed. So I end up going Adamant with my Swampert because I was like this close to going Jolly. Yeah, he's going to protect, so that was pretty obvious. Waterfall and or Ice Punch wasn't really doing too much. I guess to let the Vikavolt go down, but now you're giving me a free switch in into my Pelipper, and Pelipper outspeeds the Melodic. I can go for a Hurricane into the Melodic, and then go for the Ice Punch into the Garchomp. I could also double up into the Garchomp because this isn't Scarf Melodic. It's not Scarf Garchomp. I'm timid Pelipper, but the Garchomp's probably still going to be able to outspeed me. And in case he goes for a double protect, I'm just going to go for the Hurricane into the Melodic. I also have a chance to confuse. And the Hurricane damage into the Melodic is necessary because Ice Punch and Waterfall isn't doing too much damage, and my opponent probably realizes that I am now Damp Rock because the rain has been up for more than 5 turns. He's probably protecting the last turn of rain right there, but it should be up for at least 1 more turn after this. How much damage does that do? I'd imagine that at O-Code. Rough skin damage, okay. His play is to go for a Scald into the Swampert, but I'm going to get a Hurricane off before he can do that. Whew, man, that is a very bulky Melodic. Don't burn me. Whew, okay. We're in there. We're definitely in there. 1 more turn of rain left. So I'm going to Earthquake right here because, again, his play is to go for the attack into the Swampert. And I'm going to go for a Tailwind. It's my best option. Wait, why is that my best option? I outspeed with the Pelipper. I'm clicking moves way too quickly because I go for and... Oh, what am I doing? I go for Earthquake and, yeah, and a Hurricane. Oh, man. Anesthesia... Why would he do that? Maybe he anticipated a Protect to come out? Well, the Tailwind doesn't make me look too stupid now because maybe he's like, okay, maybe he's not max speed Swampert. And, in which I am. And I wouldn't be able to outspeed the Melodic anyway, even if the Tailwind wasn't up. Wow, so that was a very, 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 very dirty win. I did not deserve that whatsoever. The Damp Rock definitely won me that game because the rain stood up for a little bit longer than it was, and I then could outspeed the Garchomp and to get an Ice Punch into it. So the choice of items helping me out right there, but that was a horrible, horrible win. The Serena really didn't do anything into that other than get a feint off. I'm not even gonna... No, I'm not saving that. That was dirty. So I'm definitely not proud of that game right there. I think the turn the Serena went down, I probably could just protected the Sludge Bomb away. Switch up the music right here. So Rainbow Rocket. Okay, I'm not going to complain about that. We have James from New Jersey. I think I've seen him on some other content creator channels before. Very close to home. So James is going to be running a team that closely resembles the team that Paul Chua was using at the... okay, so he definitely knows what he wants to use. Paul Chua was using a team similar to this at the Rutgers Open. Rutgers' very first esports Pokemon VGC tournament. I think the only other Pokemon that he had over on his team was the Bulu over the Kokau. So we both have rain. So I'm not a fan of the rain mirror matches. He's probably going to lead. He's definitely lead. I think he's going to lead either Hydreigon and Mawile, and as well as the Gothitelle. Like either one of them and the Gothitelle. And how do I want to deal with that? I think leading the Aegislash is my best choice. He could also just lead straight up Rain, which wouldn't be a bad idea for him. He could very well go for the Trick Room. What else can I bring to nuke? This makes no sense. I don't know what to bring against a Mawile and Gothitelle. Again, my inexperience with this team coming in. When I was using my Mega Camera Up team, I was picking Pokemon left and right. I knew exactly what to do. Granted, it's like a one-trick pony, but there's still a thought process behind it. And I was so experienced with that team, I knew exactly what to bring. But the inexperience with this team is definitely coming in, and the Pelipper lead right here makes absolutely no sense. But he's going to lead just Rain. Okay. Double Shinies. He can't fake my Aegislash out. He can fake the Pelipper out. But I'm not Focus Sash anyway, so I don't even have to worry about him breaking a Focus Sash. And he might just go for the Waterium Z into the Aegislash. Probably just go for a double up into the Aegislash. And I don't know whether or not that will be able to take me out. I don't think it would be able to take me out. I just want to do a quick check as to how fast I am. I think I'm 84 speed with my Aegislash. Yeah, I am, because under the Tailwind, I'll be able to outspeed Max Speed Jolly, Mega Kangaskhan. So I feel like I'm going to go for a Tailwind. Does a Tailwind really make any sense right here? I think I'd be able to outspeed the Ludicolo at that point. So nothing can really take this. I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to go for a Tailwind. If he goes for the double up into the Pelipper, it's fine. I have Rain up. Who is he going to switch in right here? The Hydreigon. Okay, so it's pretty readable. But I'm still getting a Tailwind up, and I'll be able to outspeed the Hydreigon. And then I can just go for a Flash Cannon into that slot. So he's going to go for the Fake Out into that. So this is really, really readable. I could have went for a Flash Cannon, or I could have just went for the Ghostium Z into the Ludicolo. I still think this is going to do a lot of damage. It'd probably do about 30% to the Hydreigon. And does he my inexperience with the Aegislash I'm very unexperienced with the Aegis. Wow, that's a crit. Holy crap. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. So he could read into me going into shield form. I could also just switch out into a potential Dark Pulse. He could go for a Scald or a Hydro Pump or a Hydro Vortex into the Aegislash to punish a switch in. I think I'd just go for the safe King's Shield and then Tailwind, but then he could just go for an attack with his Hydreigon into The... Alright, dude, come on. I'm gonna go for a Hurricane into the Ludicolo. Let's see how this wants to work itself out. Does he go for a Dark Pulse? Or the double up? Okay, so he goes for the double up into the Pelipper. Alright, I read that correctly at least. So we're taking out the Hydreigon, which is the biggest threat to my Aegislash. So I could have protected with the Pelipper right there, further reading into that, but that's fine. And then I don't necessarily want to bring in my my Swampert right now because the Ludicolo really threatens it. And now I go for a King Shield. I'm going to go for a King Shield right here. And then so you have in the back that he can switch it into a Bug Buzz. The Mole, but does he really want to switch it into a Bug Buzz? I don't think a Bug Buzz OHKOs the Politoed, the Ludicolo anyway. I'm gonna go for a Thunder into the Ludicolo because I think this will do the same amount of damage. I'm gonna protect the Aegislash right here. I don't want to switch in into like a huge, like a hard read for like a Giga Drain into the Aegislash on my switch in. Let's go for the. I could have went for, I think, a Wide Guard, but he could have just went for a Scold into the Aegislash to cover the Wide Guard. This is probably going into Vikavolt. Vikavolt should be able to survive this. So a Bug Buzz probably would have been able to take out, yeah, to take out the. He may double up into that as well. Is that a critical hit? I wasn't anticipating that to take me out. I really wasn't. And he just goes for the Scold. Alright, so I'm really not liking Mega Swampert already because there's so many grass types that can damage, like just OHKO Swampert. Oh man, I don't think a Scold would have been able to take me out in Blade form, so I could have just Wide Guarded right there. That would have been able to soak up the Z move, and then I could have just went for a Thunder into the Ludicolo and or a Bug Buzz. But yeah, that's why best of ones are absolutely garbage, because you can't anticipate the Ludicolo to be Waterium Z, because a lot of them are Assault Vest. So my best play right here is to go for Shadow Bowl into that. Unfortunately, I'm going to be outspeeding the Politoed. This is probably going to be a slow Politoed to ensure that you get up the rain last. Politoed actually is like the slowest weather setter, other than maybe that of the Energy Ball. Yeah, into the Swampert. Okay, no, he's going to outspeed me. And if he gets a burn, it doesn't make a difference right here, because I'm special. Although I could have done without the burn. And that is the 4th Scald in a row that burns me on the first try. I don't think this will be able to take out the Ludicolo. It's still incredibly specially bulky. So I'm gonna go for a Shadow Ball into that, and I go for another Protect because there's no way I'm surviving a Energy Ball. So what could have I done better right here? I guess Wide Guarding on the turn that he had gone for Waterium Z, but again I wasn't anticipating the this should be I should be in range for a Scald and Blade form. Yeah. So, going for the Wide Guard, and as far as I'm aware, they didn't fix that, and I think it's a glitch. I don't think they fixed the glitch for the Wide Guard yet. So, I could have went for a Wide Guard in the turn that he went for a Waterium Z. That would have been able to soak up the damage, did a quarter damage that it normally would have, and I would have been able to survive probably with at least, I would have to say, maybe like 60% health left, and even if he went for a Scold into the Vikavolt, I would have been able to soak that up. And then I would have been able to go for a Thunder into that, and then the next turn I could have went for like a King Shield, and then I guess tried to go for another Bug Buzz. But at least I would have been able to get a King Shield up, and then I could have been able to protect with my Swampert. If my Vikavolt went down, I can go for a KO with my Shadow Ball into the Ludicolo, and then I have my Politoed. He has his Politoed, and likely his Mawile against my Aegislash and my Swampert. And I can go for like Earthquakes, and that probably wouldn't be able to take out the Mawile. Probably done about a half damage, but it probably would have been a way more promising end that it had right there. That it ended right there. So definitely not the best first episode. We went 1-1, very sloppy in the first game. Basically showing my inexperience with this team, and you're going to have that every time you're playing with a new team. That's why everyone practices with a new team, so you can figure out mental calculations. Although you run calculations when you're making your own spreads to know what you can OHKO or KO, or how much damage you can do to Pokemon and what you can survive. You're not going to be able to think of absolutely everything that you could survive. You're just doing it for the most viable and common Pokemon that you probably see, and your matchups with that one Pokemon that you're making the spread for. So I didn't even consider like a Ludicolo, and I probably should have considered the Ludicolo, considering the fact that it's one of the most prevalent Pokemon on rain teams with the Fake Out, the Energy Ball, the Giga Drains. Witerium Z, I think Witerium Z is probably going to be a more popular move on the Ludicolo over that of the AV, because in 2015 there was no such thing as Z moves, so it made sense to put the AV on the Ludicolo right there. As you've seen, it ate up a Shadow Ball from a Blade Form Aegislash with almost max special attack and being modest. So it's still fairly bulky, and Witerium Z can just basically nuke Pokemon. Like you've just seen right there, I have an Assault Vest Vikavolt that can literally take 4 Hyper Voices from a max attack, benefiting Nature, Mega Salamence, and it couldn't even take a Witerium Z from Ludicolo. So we're going to continue using this team. We're going to hopefully get stronger matchups. We got the first matchup against a Venusaur. We got a second matchup against a Ludicolo. So we're having really, really bad matchups, and that's one of the reasons why I never really liked Mega Swampert in 2015, because there were so many Pokemon that could do just massive damage to it, and that's when it didn't even have the speed buff. In this format, it has the speed buff now, so that you can switch in your Pelipper, your Politoed, and then you can benefit from the rain on the first turn that you would Mega Evolve and take advantage of it then to catch other opponents off guard. You didn't have that in 2015. So it's a little bit more viable now, but it's still really, really weak. It can't take grass attacks whatsoever. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode right here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, not the best content that it could possibly make. I'm probably going to be playing some practice matches on Showdown after this, just so I can play some quick games. Anyway, I'm going to hop off. Hope you like the team. I had fun creating it. I think it's a pretty creative team. I don't like using really, like, I don't like using chalk and stuff like that, and like these, like, Landorus and stuff like that, Kangaskhan's. I think that's boring. I'm going to use pretty cool teams and cool Pokemon that you don't typically see, such as the Vikavolt and the Serena. Anyway, have a great day, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the episode as much as you possibly could. We're going to be back tomorrow again with this team. And if you have any suggestions as to what I could do better, potential Pokemon that I could put on this team that compensate for my weaknesses, help me out here. Help a brother out. Peace.